I just wanted to talk about your involvement with GEMAP. Okay, and I was wondering first of all how things were before GEMAP in terms of your money and stuff.
Well, they were just like a mess completely. I wasn't in any control of it at all, and I was getting like obviously my council tax and debt and all different things, and I was I was too I think anxious, and I had a bit of anxiety because it got too far, and I was scared. I didn't know what to do, so I kind of ignored it and just let it get really bad out of hand. Obviously, I knew that it was there. I was in my credit rating, everything had went down. I wasn't paying things. I don't know. I was just scared.
And did it affect how you were in terms of your cooking for the kids, because you're a lone parent of 2 children?
Yeah, well, I used to do my big shop and things like that, but obviously I had less money and things, so I started thinking that I was just getting it daily and getting what I could afford. And
were you working then?
Yeah, I've been working.
So how often did you get paid?
Monthly. Well, it's every 4 or 5 weeks. Everything was going out because obviously when I had my debts and things, but I was borrowing off my mum, so it was constantly when my pay came in, it was more or less going out, and it was just a vicious circle.
Your money sort of ran out almost a week before your next payday was due?
Yeah, or maybe earlier sometimes.
And that must have been very stressful,
yes,
was it?
Definitely. I spoke to the doctor and they could get me a meeting with GEMAP. So that's obviously you have to go to the doctors and they refer you to help you, because I told them obviously about all the stress with money and debt and things and what it was doing, so that's how I ended up with GEMAP.
Were you getting regular letters from these debt companies, regular phone calls?
Constant letters, constant phone calls, and it came to a point where I was I wasn't even opening them. I didn't know what I could do or anything to sort it, so I was just too scared.
How long were you in that stressful situation?
It was
How long was that before you met?
For a long time, about 3-4 years.
What did you initially go to see GEMAP for?
Because of my debts and things, and that was Robert's first scene.
The first time you met Robert, how was that in terms of how you felt?
Great. I felt obviously I didn't have a clue in things, but speaking to Robert, it made me think, that it can be helped, and I can get some help, and he was just telling me about things, and so I could get it all together and get it fixed, so I just felt a bit hopeful.
And if you don't mind me asking, how did you find out about Robert being in the health centre?
I think it's through the doctors.
Okay. So you actually spoke to your doctor about your council tax worries? Wow, okay. And then they said...
Yeah, and then that's good.
That's really good. That's really good. So in terms of now, what has changed, would you say?
Well, I think my confidence as well has gone right up, just because obviously you'd tell me things that I could do.
We talked about One Parent Family Scotland. And can you describe once I've told you about them, and I gave you their phone number, I left it to you to contact them.
And I went on their website and things like that, and I signed up for newsletters, and I checked through it, and I know it changed every day, but there was nothing that I seen for myself, but I did get emails about applying for grants and things, so they made me aware of them, and I done it, and I got the grant, where there's any other time I wouldn't have really.
What grant was that?
The child grant, early start grant for
your children going to school.
Yeah, the initially time I put in for both my kids, I only got the one, but then when I read the information, it depended on their birthday, so 2 months later I applied for the other one and got it as well.
Okay. Do you think that you would have been able to apply for them beforehand?
No, I don't, because I just thought I don't know how to do that, and I don't know where to go to do it. It might be too much. Sometimes phoning people was a bit. I get anxious to do that, and so I just thought it was too much hassle to try and do it. I surprised myself as well. You told me I went out and done it, and I was like, oh, I've achieved something.
Can you think of anything else that you've done in that meantime?
Well, obviously the savings account.
Talk about it, please. I'm interested.
It was I think it's a savings account that it's a 4-year thing, so every 2 years they give you 50% of what you've already saved. They'll boost that up every 2 years. So, and you can only get that if you're on tax credits or universal credits, which I was on tax credits at the time. And when I put that in, it's so easy. Just done it online. I put in your information, then it let you have that, and you just go on your phone, put in the money, and you can do it. So you're allowed to put £50 in a month maximum.
So how does that feel to have the money in case you need it?
Because you can lift it out whenever you want as well.
Sure.
And they would still give you 50% of your highest that you had in.
Okay.
So even if you were to take out quite a high, they would still give you 50. But I'm hoping not to take any out of it anyway ever. So in the 4 year, I've got like a good wee bit of money to come in.
When you went on the portal, you discovered you didn't. The rent arrears were a lot less than they had been telling you, and I thought that was a.
Because it's got like, you just go in, sign into it, and you can go and check your house and everything, and you know your own. Because I was insuring my rent was, I was paying a little bit extra, and I thought I was supposed to, so that's what
I remember
that's
that.
what it was.
I remember that.
I thought it was higher than what it was,
Yes.
and I was paying that, and I realised obviously it was a bit.
Yes.
It wasn't a big difference,
No.
but I was paying that extra each month that I didn't realise until I went onto the household portal.
How do you make sure you don't get in that situation with your debt and stuff
I'm
again?
a lot better, obviously, with the finance diaries. You got me writing like every day what I was spending, and as I was saying, I just to buy my shopping daily, and then I realised by doing that I was spending a lot more than what I should have been, because I was like probably got shop every day, so I was buying stupid things that I didn't need to, and also things for dinner. So now I do a weekly shop and just pick up things here and there, and I'm just more conscious. I go on my banking app a lot just to check how much I've got, make sure and I can judge weekly what I need for my money and how much I've got to spend and things.
Is there anything that you think that you missed out on before, that you don't have to miss out on now when you were in that situation?
Spending. It's more free, like to buy the kids more clothes and better food, like good things, better things than what I was buying, maybe like cheaper things. It was easier and more convenient and cheaper to buy, and obviously taking the kids out and things like that, I can do a wee bit because I know I've got a bit of money there instead of just mere keeping it for shop and
I understand. So do you, just interested, do you plan your menu ahead now? Do you plan what you're going to eat, or is it much more choice?
I try to most of the time. Sometimes I don't, because I like to change my mind, because that's why I stopped doing the weekly shopping. I was buying a lot of things, then I was like, I don't want it. So, but yeah, it's a lot more planned and things. So it's a lot easier.
And I remember, I'm sure you talked to me before about you were planning a holiday. Yeah. For not next year, but maybe the year after.
Year after, yeah, because obviously I'm just getting all my finances sorted, so I want to be in a bit. I don't want to be a little behind and save for a holiday, and then I'll be the same place. So I want to get myself in front and have like more stable, and then hopefully we'll be going on holiday the year after, not next year. So.
Oh, it's not, okay, sorry. I meant the year after.
No, that's what you said, yeah, so that's how I was saying, hopefully we'll go holiday the year after.
You're now on Universal Credit?
Yeah, well, I'm in the process.
Can you explain that to me, how the process of it and why you're doing it?
Yeah, well, initially my tax credits has been down because went down quite a lot because I was they didn't have the right information, which I didn't know about. When it came out, when I was on the phone to them, they said that I was working over 37 hours, which I have never done while on it, so I explained that to them. I went to see Robert again about it, and he helped me. He went and checked how I would be on Universal Credit, and I was a lot better off on it now. So he told me the process, like it would be, my money would stop straight away. I would go without for 5 weeks, but you can get a payment from them that you would have to pay back, like a
it's called an advance.
And it would be like for each £200 I would pay £20 back a month that I'd need to get, so just to calculate what I needed for that to get me through the 5 weeks, which I never knew that I could do that. That's why I was scared. I was like, I knew I was getting less money, but I didn't want no money.
Sure. Your future career options.
Yeah.
And can you go through how that was and what the conversation involved between us?
I could get like college courses, and because I could get like a grant for it as well and things like that, but I was just not unsure of what I would like to do in a college course. I would just not know where to start, really.
What is your official title at the...
I'm a trainee dispenser.
Trainee dispenser?
Yeah, in pharmacy.
Okay, and what does it take to be a dispenser? To move from trainee?
It's a 2-year course.
Right, okay.
So it is, yeah. Okay. And I initially started it before I got pregnant.
Yes.
And I'd done the first year, so I've got the certificate as assistant pharmacist, 'cause I've done the first year of it. But I can do this 2-year course in my work though.
And have you talked to him about it?
Yeah,
Good.
I actually spoke to him about it recently. So
that's partly what we were trying to do.
Yeah, well, because I had the 2 kids and myself, it's a 2-year course you have to do at home and things like that. So I was a wee bit apprehensive to start it because I'm scared to start it and not complete it again. But I have spoke to them and I think I might start it soon. Hopefully.
The other thing that interested me a lot was how your family have reacted to your situation in terms of obviously where you were. They were providing a lot of support, particularly your mum. She was providing you money. I mean, yes, you were paying her back, but she was providing you money.
Well, yeah, she was.
How is that relationship and that?
Well, it built. I was paying her back, but it was never going down. I would have like £1,000. So every month she had that money I owed her, and every month I was still getting. I was giving back, so it was never going down. And now I'm owed a lot less. The actual money that she kept that I owe her is going down monthly now, so she's
that
happy.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, obviously, because now she obviously said just pay what I can to her, but before all this it wasn't going down at all, so now it's going down, and I feel better because I don't want any money.
And the other thing I did want to ask you about was the effect on your 2 children. What ages are they?
3 and 5.
3 and 5. And do you think, have they noticed anything?
Yeah, well, we're out a lot more and things, so, and I'm obviously happier. We've like more money to spend, can go for food and things all the time and that. So obviously they're a bit happy with that and so on. So it was depressing to me thinking that my kids weren't getting to go to clubs and things like that because I couldn't afford it. So obviously now, and that's why I'm a lot more confident as well, going and seeing like I've got the money, I can phone up and get the club done, and I know that I'm not going to be stressed out and whatever.
You're not going to be owing money at the end of the month like you used to.
It's not chasing my tail and like trying to spend money that I didn't have to make the kids happier and things like that.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm actually in a better place for that way, so it's
absolutely. I have to say that I'm really proud of you of what you've done. I'm not joking. I'm really proud of what you've done.
I feel a lot better for it.